It's your host over here, Runa, and I got a special invitation for you. Join me and the Changemakers in the No More Boxes movement, where we are raising awareness towards this limiting and isolating behavior that we human beings are constantly doing, placing ourselves and others into boxes. Invisible boxes that so often are not really serving humankind. All you have to do is to go to patreon.com/no more boxes, and for as little as $3 a month, you can become a change maker and be with us on that journey, changing the world. Now let's get on with that podcast. Hi, this is Runa, and you're listening to the Changemakers podcast, where we share tips, insight, tools, and stories from other changemakers designed to motivate you to become the change you want to see in your world. Make sure you join our Changemakers community at runamagnus.com/podcast. And now, this is your time to sit back, relax, and enjoy. Hello there, beautiful audience. Gosh, if you knew who I have in front of me on my screen today, you would be amazed. I have no other than the Mr. France, the Mr. World, and the Mr. Universe right there. and we're going to be talking today about recharging yourself, how to find your inner fitness, and how to be aligned with who you really are. I'm talking to no other than Nourdine Soviak. And welcome, Nourdine. I am so pleased to have you as a guest on our podcast today.
What an intro. Thank you so much, Runa. You just unloaded a huge responsibility, the whole universe on my head.
Yes, exactly. I mean, isn't that exactly, you can do that. You have all the abilities to just take it in and own it. That's what you are. Yeah, just take it.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but yeah, I'll take that.
Oh, you take that. Yeah, okay. At least for this podcast.
Yeah, exactly. I'll take that.
So tell me, I think what you've been doing throughout the years in your field as a fitness coach, then transforming yourself into inner fitness coach, you have to tell me, and you have to tell my audience, how did this all come about?
Well, Runa, it's been a journey for me because, as you know, I've been in this a crazy traditional world of fitness where it's ultra obsessive. If you go to gyms and you look around, you see, and that is trainers and students alike. People are looking for fitness from one perspective, and that's the physical aspect, and that could lead to a lot of, obsessive behaviors. It's never enough. They never look, good enough. They never feel good enough. Hence, 8 out of 10 fitness professionals in that traditional world of fitness are either depressed or highly, insecure. And those are the research. It's not me creating that. So those of you who are hearing that and you're in the traditional world of fitness, I just invite you to just take a deep breath and ask yourself, is that what you really want? The physical aspect of fitness. So anyway, I've been there myself. You can only imagine going from nothing to from a 2-pound weekly baby with rickets to becoming Mr. Universe. Yes, there's a lot of hard work, and yes, you lock yourself in an obsession. I was always checking myself if I looked good. I was pinching my skin to see if I was gaining any water or fat, and if I felt a little heavier than I should, then I wouldn't feel good at all, because my responsibility was to show my fans around the world that I'm the man. I look great all the time, 365 days, 24/7, which is impossible, Runa.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So when that happens, you lock yourself in a illusory world. It is not natural to be that way.
It's an ugly box.
Exactly. You put yourself in a box and you're afraid to get out of it.
Ugh.
So that's only one little part of my life when it comes into to fitness. But I was hired by a company called Miraval, which is a resort spa in Tucson, Arizona, in 1999, and I was asked to develop a fitness / wellness department that was non-intimidating and non-threatening. And I was, okay, that's possible. You need to give me time. At that time, I was also mentored by a gentleman, a doctor named Dr. Dharma Singh Khalsa, who's also the founder of the Alzheimer's Prevention Foundation.
Yeah.
An author himself of 8 wonderful books, in which one was a super bestseller, the brain longevity book. I think most people know about it. Anyway, so fast forward, Dharma helped me with the meditation, the mindfulness aspect of things. I helped Dharma with the physical aspect of things. It was a good trade, and I was able to get that part that I didn't have before, the inner part. Mm-hmm. The meditation, the yoga, the mindfulness, and all that. So it was a great fit for Miraval, mm-hmm. having somebody who is experienced in the traditional world of fitness and has some experience in the what we call alternative world of fitness. Mm-hmm. And so I really I took a step back and I asked for 4 weeks because Runa, I had no idea what I was going to create.
Wow.
I needed to observe how the resort guests and the resort staff functioned. Mm-hmm. It was important for me to see what their needs and limitations and the likes were. After 4 weeks, I developed a full-blown department with, group classes, fitness assessment, wellness assessment, one-on-one coaching, one-on-one. Mind you, coaching and fitness back then did not exist. It was unheard to hear fitness coach or wellness coach. We simply didn't have that. Yes, we had life coaches or we had regular football coaches, but we did not have a fitness or wellness coach. Anyway, so I started getting into a whole health or holistic approach of fitness because I was wondering if you jump right and left and you're always in that neurotic environment chasing your tail and you have a beautiful body, but you're not happy, then there must be a problem there.
Yeah.
Okay. And so if you start getting healthy and in shape using the traditional world of fitness, which is the physical aspect only, then it's only a question of a matter of time before you start questioning yourself and saying to yourself, I look great, but I don't feel good.
Yeah.
Why am I like this? Why do I feel great and I feel depressed and I feel anxious?
Yeah.
Why? So that question itself will prompt you, like it did to me, to go inner and start assessing your life in terms of mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual. We are all that as beings. Mm. We are not just the physical. We are not just the spiritual. We're not just the mental, and we are not just the emotional. We are all that. Mm. You can be sure that if you don't balance all these four, I call them human reservoirs, human energy reservoirs. If you lack energy in one, you're going to tap into the other reservoir, and then the other, and then the other, until what? Until you reach what we call inner conflict. Inner conflict, that's the opposite of inner fitness. Okay, so So at Miraval, when I was able to identify the things that the traditional world of fitness lacked, I started creating classes with power meditation before starting to jump right and left. Okay. Then if it was a cardio and aerobic class, then all of my staff's duty were to sit down, start with a power meditation for 5 minutes. So that would, in the beginning, Runa, it was like people did not understand. They came to the resort, and to them, we're there, we're going to do fitness all week, all day until we drop.
Yeah.
Right? But we taught them choice. We said, it's not about you coming to the fitness center. It's about you enjoying the experience at the resort by doing yoga, by doing meditation, by doing a massage, by eating great food, by doing nothing if you don't have to. Okay, so we took him from a neurotic mindset, okay, to a better mindful mindset. Okay, in other words, listen to yourself and listen to what your heart is telling you.
Yeah.
Okay, so all the classes had a component of meditation, yoga, relaxation techniques, strength training. We had 12 to 14 classes a day, and we covered pretty much everything that people needed. Now, people came to the resort not only to, get educated in fitness and wellness, but to discover themselves.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's how I can give you an illustration of a particular person who was in the corporate world, a very, very stressed out gentleman. He was a Wall Street guy working 18 hours a day. Runa, I'm sure you deal with people that work hard, but that's not working hard. 18 hours is insanity.
Yeah.
Okay. So this gentleman came, and I was working with Barbara Streisand, and he comes in and interrupts me and says, "Well, all these classes on the board there, do you guys think that we can do all of that?" And he's like really upset. And I said, "Sir, you don't, hold on, take a deep breath, relax. Okay, please sit down for a second." I had to interrupt my session just to explain to that gentleman, because he was all over the place. He looked pale, unhealthy looking, and unhealthy behavior as well. Rude. And so I said, okay, these are the classes that are offered every day, but you don't have to do them all. You can do 1, 2, or you can do none of them.
Yeah.
The way it works at this place, at the resort, is that you walk around and you surrender to the serenity of this place.
Yeah.
Just surrender. Surrender means you let go of what is not conducive to your health and well-being. All right? Surrender to the serenity of the place, and then what your heart is telling you, if your heart says, "I want to go to the kitchen or the restaurant and grab a snack," just go grab a snack.
Yeah.
I want to do a massage. Do a massage. Anyway, so long story short, the gentleman stayed a week. Runa, I only saw the guy once at the fitness center, one time.
Okay.
He was planning to come every day, do all classes, only one time. And then he comes in, and I don't recognize the guy. I see the guy's like, his skin is better. He has colors. He feels better. His energy was so amazing. And he says to me, today I'm sad and happy at the same time. I'm sad because I'm leaving. I'm happy because I met someone. And I said, "Can I know who that is?" And he said, "Myself."
Wow.
See what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
You're chasing your tail, you're in a neurotic environment, in a conflict, and then just because you allowed yourself to rest, You allowed yourself to surrender,
Yeah.
to let go.
Let go. Be in the flow.
Be in the flow. Be in
Yeah.
that mindful state
Yeah.
where fear does not reside.
Yeah.
Okay? And
That's
when you allow...
beautiful that you offer that space.
Yes.
If you need safe space when you're really stressed out, and to be able to reflect like that.
The only time we can do that is by
Yeah.
bringing ourselves to that place of mindfulness.
Yeah, exactly.
No other time. You can't bring yourself to a place of future because it does not exist. You know, you can't put yourself in an environment of past because it's probably a bad experience that you're thinking about. The past to me is only something you go to learn things from.
Yeah.
That's it. You know, but the real place where you can put yourself at ease and let go of fear, anxiety, is mindfulness, the present moment.
Yeah, present moment, being in the now. And isn't it interesting? I was just talking to one of my colleagues earlier today, and we were talking about less than 10 years ago, if, at least here in Iceland, if you were in business, it wasn't really accepted to say that you were passionate about your work. That wasn't really a cool thing to say. You could be really successful and you could have all the numbers correct, but being passionate and doing something from your heart, that wasn't really accepted. And today you feel that is becoming more accepted in the world than being all about structure and goal setting and working hard. It's more about now to be rather than to do. Mm-hmm. What is your experience in that?
Well, I always preach that aspect of being rather than doing. This is something that I've discovered in myself. I've discovered in looking at how my ex-wife was dealing with the kids, and the question that I was asked myself back then was, taking even my mom, who dealt with 13 kids, raising 13 kids, and how do you do it? You don't do it. No. You be the mother. You cannot, it's impossible to see a mother that is doing mothering. She's being the mother. That is what the difference between when you are into that world of doing, there's the word effort that comes out. Effort is not very, the brain doesn't really like effort. No. Okay. But when you be, which you are doing, when you be your passion, you're being a taxi driver. You're not doing taxi driver. You're being the bus driver. You're not doing the bus driver. You see, a passion, when you're passionate about something, you become that thing. You could say, I am, which I'm doing. Mm-hmm. But when you're not passionate about something, when you dread doing something, you know what the difference is?
Oh, yeah.
Passion leads to being, and a void of passion or lack of passion leads to doing.
Yeah.
In other words, if I go to work, let's say Christina she's an accountant, she's going to work, she starts from 9 to 5, and she loves what she does. Mm-hmm. Christina, the moment she wakes up, she's being that accountant. Mm-hmm. She gets there, she's happy, and she's just being that person. Therefore, her day is spent in a relatively mindful place. Yeah. And it goes so fast, quick, and boom, she's out of there. Now, let's say Christina does not like her job. She's not passionate about her job. Yeah. She wakes up, she dreads going. She's in that doing element. Oh, I have to do this, I have to do that, and I have to do this. So again, to answer your question, the difference for me between the being and the doing is just a matter of passion.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And where do you in the work that you're doing today, where do you see, I mean, you were just telling me about your book, Recharge, the Executive Guide to Inner Fitness. Where do you see executives being stuck?
Success. Okay. Once my father said to me, God bless his soul, he said to me one day, success is being able to wake up in the morning and not feeling like you got, hit or run over by a truck. Okay. And then you can use your energy to create whatever you want to create.
Yeah.
So people are confusing, success, okay, with achievement or fulfillment. Okay. What we need to understand is that success is the ability to not only spend all your energy in one area only. And to answer your question, most of those executives are so focused and so engaged and so attached to success. The more they make, the better it is. The busier they are, the better it is. That's to them. But they soon find out that when they are, when they realize that they're miserable, is when they're alone in a room, which they never allow themselves to be in.
Yeah.
When they're alone in a room and they have to face themselves.
Yeah. That's
when the question mark is, when they start questioning themselves. And the question is, man, I have all this. I have all this money. I have, I'm a high performing person. I produce a lot, but I am not feeling happy. Yeah. Why? So,
and that's what you're saying here is, we the change makers, we're doing the No More Boxes movement, awareness movement to raise the awareness towards the often the limited and isolating and often so invisible boxes that we have either placed ourselves in or replacing others in. And what you're saying to me makes me feel like, yeah, if you actually dread the thought of being alone without your smartphone or your computer or any device is gonna that you are
or your bottle of wine.
Yeah, or your bottle of wine or whatever it is. But you're just basically, okay, I'm gonna go into being alone, or I'm gonna go into a silent retreat, and that will be, oh my God. Then that might be actually a sign for you to look at what box have I put myself in, and is this box fulfilling for me? Is it nurturing me? Is it making me, like you were saying, is it making me happy when I wake up in the morning and excited to go into the project, what I'm going to create today? It's really a good observation, a good question to ask yourself.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. And being able to put yourself in a place where you realize that happiness doesn't have to come from someone.
Yeah.
You can buy it.
Yeah.
Happiness is you. When you put yourself in an environment of mindfulness, when you connect to mindfulness, you connect to happiness.
Yeah.
Where fear does not reside.
Yeah.
See, that is the time, taking the time. I don't care if it's 2 minutes, 5, 10 minutes a day to realize that, okay, I am happy for no reason.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I am happy. Because it is me that I'm happy. No one else that is making me feel that way. Not my job, not my boss, not my wife, not my husband, not my kids. Okay? I am happy for no reason. When we can, put ourselves in that position, that mindset, that state of being, then we are recharging our batteries by just doing that. Okay, because the mind is all over the place, Runa, all the time, all the time.
Being able to do that is absolutely beautiful.
Exactly. So when people come to to the resort to Miraval, and even to the other resorts where I'm working with the Conquistador, they come to a place where they feel they're shaky. You can see their hands shaky, right? Yeah. And they don't understand the energy. And they ask the question, what is it? You know why? They discover that there's another place to be. Some place they've never been, they're never allowed to be, and that is themselves.
Yeah.
After 3 days,
wow,
they completely relax, and when it's the day of departure, they cry. They don't want to leave.
Yeah.
Okay, discovering yourself, and that you don't have to go to a resort to feel that way. You can just be yourself, anytime, any place, anywhere, whenever you want to be. Just by bringing yourself to that place of surrender, that place of mindfulness.
That is just so awareness. That is just so beautiful. I really love those words, Nourdine, and I'm gonna allow that to be the last words at this time. Mm-hmm. Just one more question that I have to ask you, because I'm just feeling that's coming my way. Sure. You and all the things that you've achieved and all of the things that you are now doing, helping others to achieve and getting their inner fulfillment, what would you say is the change that you want to see in the world today? And what do you see your role to be in creating that change?
Well, I think, my job is to bring awareness. As you know, social media, we have technology is amazing. We now bringing more information in 5 minutes than we used to in 5 years. But there's two dimensions, or there's a duality there. Mm-hmm. It can destruct or help us grow. Mm-hmm. Okay, so what I'm doing is I am there to raise awareness.
Raise awareness.
That's my job. Yeah. Okay. And what I'd like to see people is just start by getting into that place where they can feel the love they have for themselves. Mm-hmm. I'm not asking them to love anyone else. I'm asking them to love themselves. Okay. From there, they'll be able to project that energy onto the world. If we only surrendered to love, let go of fear, step back and start loving ourselves, we'll see the change happening. It's not going to happen until we start doing that. And it starts in yourself first, and then it flows into the family, and then from the family it flows to the community, and then from the community it flows to the nation, and so on and so forth, until we touch the rest of the world. But it must come from within.
Yeah,
it's not going to happen if it doesn't come from within. In other words, be. Yeah.
Love that, Nourdine. I'm going to say thank you so much on behalf of the Changemakers for sharing your wisdom. And for our audience, please go to our show notes to find more out about Nourdine and how you can reach out to him and learn more about his retreats and his helping people to find their inner fit.
Yeah, they could just go to executiveinnerfitness.com and they'll find out all they need.
We will do that.
Thank you so much, Runa.
Was this podcast of value for you? I sure hope so. If so, feel free to share the love and give us your generous review on iTunes or Stitcher. And remember that you can always go to runamagnus.com to find out more about the Changemakers and how we can help you drive the change you want to see in your world.